Is your business going to survive the next recession? Today we're going to look at what businesses are most at risk and what you can do to make sure your business is here in 2 years. So the housing boom is over. Everybody is soiling their undies. The thing is, the economy normally does this. There is a normal boom and bust pattern. There are some businesses that are more likely to be hard hit than others. Businesses that are safe have products that are largely demand inelastic. This means that they have products that people more likely need than want. I'm talking about things like motor fuel, medical services, and pharmaceuticals. So people have to buy this stuff. It doesn't really matter so much how the price goes up and down, people will need to buy them. Apart from this small group, most businesses will be affected. The people who are hardest hit will have products that are known as being discretionary spending. This is stuff that you don't really need, but you want, or you need to buy to show that you've got wealth. I'm talking about things like luxury watches, going out to eat at fancy restaurants, and fashion. So if you run a business, the first thing you're going to ask in this kind of scenario is, what do I do to protect my business? So the best advice I can give you in this case is to start preparing early. The earlier you start, the more likely you are to survive the next few years. The absolute first thing you need to do is start building a good cash buffer. Why? Well, for 2 reasons. 1, you need to make sure that you have the cash to survive any problems that you might experience in the next few years. 2, your competition might be going out of business. The best thing to do in that case is to buy them out or buy out their assets. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Going to a liquidation sale and taking up your competitors' assets to grow your business is like you being a kid in a candy shop. So how much money should you have in this buffer? Well, a good rule of thumb is to calculate how much you have in terms of monthly overhead. Multiply this by 3 and have that much at least in your cash buffer for a rainy day. Now, the second bit of advice I can give you is to invest in advertising and marketing. Now, I know I just said to start saving money, but this isn't an expense. Advertising and marketing is an investment. See, while the pie is getting smaller and your competitors are going out of business, this is your opportunity to stand out. If you can stand out in this case, in a few years when the economy is going well, you're going to be at the top of the pile. Just make sure that you're spending money on the right kind of advertising. Don't spend money on newspapers when your target demographic doesn't read newspapers. Be smart, spend your money wisely, and grow your business while everybody else is shrinking. The last bit of advice I can give you is probably the most important. Get yourself a good accountant. It doesn't have to be us. See, in my experience when I was working in liquidations, I've easily seen 100 businesses that could have survived if they had the right advice at the right time. So how do you know if you've got the right accountant? Well, here's the acid test. Can you call your accountant today and ask him about stuff that's not tax related? So can you ask him about marketing? Can you ask him about employee relations? Can you have a general yarn about where to get the best finance from and point you in the right direction? If you can't do this and you only see him once every 3 months to do your BAS, well, it's probably not the right fit for you. So there it is. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask us. Slide into our DMs. We are on Instagram. Give us a follow. We're going to be doing more videos. So until then, my name's Salman and we are Tax Advisory.